Hey everybody, it's good to see you this afternoon on NEA Reports. Dan Morris coming along with you from the NEA Reports studios, and it's just about September. Can you believe we're already to September? It's crazy. It's August the 30th today. We've got one more day left tomorrow, and then we're in a new month. We're also almost to the weekend, so we're all probably a little bit happier because of that. That may be where this smile is coming from today. Let's get to the news. It's time for NEA Report. So this video that you're about to see is violent, disturbing, and every bit of, it's a difficulty for us to watch just as it is probably for you. This took place Monday in Jonesboro at an apartment complex called The Ridge. It's at North Patrick Street, and you're looking at a case of bullying. And we're going to be talking about this in depth. But I want to show you the video and let this play.
Now what, bitch? I bet y'all won't call him up and phone no more. Dumbass bitch.
How you feel? How you feel?
Feel dumb?
It's great.
Don't do that.
Saying that dumbass bitch. She said,
Eat the grass. No more.
Eat the grass.
Hit me in my motherfucking nose, bitch. I hit you in your face.
Okay, bitch.
You made me fucking mad.
Okay.
She
I do
bleeding.
what I have
What
to
the
do.
fuck?
Bye-bye.
Laughing because she's bleeding. And the girl says bye-bye right there at the end.
Bye-bye.
But we're not done seeing the girl just yet, as a matter of fact, because that girl you just saw, her name, Jasmine Matthews, she goes on Facebook by Jasmine Trinell Ree. But Jasmine Matthews is actually her name, and while Jasmine decided that she was going to, make a very horrible moment in this young lady's life take place, when we saw the video, we decided that we were going to do something about it. Now, I know there's a lot of folks in chat already watching, so I just want to tell you all first and out of the gate that I did some research this afternoon just to be careful. And the First Amendment allows press to report a juvenile's name, although it has to be legally obtained, and that it was. I just want to point that out because some folks always think that because someone's a juvenile, nothing they do or ever can do will stick. Well, that's not right. So I bring that to you because a post was made 20 hours ago by the young girl in that video who was swinging on the girl in tears, saying, "I have no regrets to what I did. They came over here starting stuff with me. I am not a bully." Nobody wants to believe they're bad, right? She said, "I just don't go around bullying people. The little girl put my 2-year-old brother head to the ground and put grass and dirt in his mouth. So I did the same thing to her, and on top of that, they've been constantly calling my phone and cussing me out, adding me to group chats. They not innocent. I'm sorry, but I'm not finna let nobody pick on me. That's just not me. Stop trying to make me like the bad guy when your kid's been picking. Tell Facebook what they did too." I want to ask everybody to stay with me that's watching this right now because you're going to hear from the mother of the victims, in just a few minutes. But I want to first put forth this, Jasmine's version of events, who claims that her little 2-year-old brother's head was put to the ground and that they put grass and dirt in his mouth. I asked the mother, is that true? Is that even possibly true? She said that her kids used to babysit a 2-year-old that was apparently this little girl's brother, and that somewhere along the way, the situation became hostile between the family and the two former babysitters, the two daughters of the woman that I spoke to, the 13-year-old and 11-year-old that you just saw in this video with this stuff happening to them for no reason. Bullying, and the girl is defending it that is doing the bullying. As you can see and hear, there's a lot of laughter. They're laughing about her bleeding. They attacked that poor tiny little girl there and shoved her down by the face, kicked her in the head. And so I bring this up because here's the end moment of the video.
Bye-bye.
Let's look at that again.
Bye-bye.
That is not somebody that is responding to a bully.
Bye-bye.
That is a bully. That is a bully that just got done posting the video herself to Facebook because it was recorded on her phone. And she recorded this heinous act to post it and make fun of and further attempt to humiliate and ruin the life of this young 13 and 11-year-old girls. Her effort was to put this online and to show her friends that she made this girl bleed and cry. But then it started backfiring. And that's when she had to come out and say she had no regrets for what she did and started saying she was not the bully. And it's always interesting when the bully gets caught and they claim they're not the ones at fault. Well, we spoke to the mother of the two girls that were attacked in the video, and I want to let you hear what she had to say about that entire incident and her feelings when she saw her children bawling, bleeding, and being beaten online. I'm joined on the phone now by the mother of the two girls who were seen in this video being attacked. As we show you the video back here, we know this is very disturbing to watch, and at the same time can't imagine what it must be like for Candace Porter, whose children were on the receiving end of this attack. Thanks for taking a couple of minutes to talk to us. What day did this happen?
It happened Monday evening around 7:45.
And what time did you find out about it?
Right afterwards, my youngest daughter, the smallest one in the video, had ran to the phone to call me, but I was already on my way to pick them up.
And where did this happen?
At the Ridge on Patrick Street here in Jonesboro.
So were they... Can you first of all, what were they doing there? Because I've seen some stuff where the other girl has claimed that you know that she was the victim. Can you tell me what happened or what they were doing?
Yes, sir. My daughter, my 13-year-old daughter, Alicia, her best friend, Gabrielle, stays in the Ridge, and she's been going there for 2 years with no problems. But this particular day, the same girl that's been bullying her for a month and a half now was there, and that's when all that happened.
So they go over there regularly. They were not going over there to start a fight.
No, sir. They were not even at her apartment building. They were at the one next to her apartment building at my daughter's best friend's apartment.
Well, I asked that because, of course, and you, I don't know if you've seen it or not, but one of the girls that was the aggressor, or seemed to be in the video, claimed that your kids come over to start some stuff with her. Does that, what to that would you say?
That's not at all, because my daughter did not even know that the girls were going to do anything to her.
You said this has been going on for a while, and you talked about it in bullying, and I stopped you because I wanted us to do this on the air. Can you tell me what you, like, where has this stemmed from? What in the heck is going on?
Well, my kid's aunt stays in Courtyard Condos, which is where my where the dad of this girl, the main aggressor, her dad lives there, and it all stems from him thinking that people were picking on his child, which was a child that is 2 years old, that my kids carried around like a baby, took him in and fed him. I mean, they loved that little kid. They've never done anything wrong to him. But the dad had said on several occasions that he would have his daughter Jasmine to come over to Courtyard Condos and beat my daughter's ass. And the girl has been bullying my daughter to the point where she actually at 2 o'clock in the morning one morning knocked on my kid's aunt's door where they had spent the night at and was telling my daughter to come outside and fight. And that's when I contacted the girl's mother and told her that this has been going on, it needs to stop, and nothing was still done. And so this is the end result.
Why did they think that your kids had done something to the 2-year-old?
I'm not really sure. My daughter, my kid's aunt said that, like I said, that they carried that baby around all the time. that they would, I mean, and I know my kids are not even like that. They're not going to harm a baby.
You mentioned that there was some bullying to your daughter. They had called her names, said stuff about her appearance.
Yes. Calling her name, saying she looks like a man, calling her fat, saying she looks like Chucky. Several things that have broke down her self-esteem.
I don't.
And like I said, the reason I shared the video was not only to show what happened to my children, but the emotional damage that comes behind being bullied.
Oh, they're just.
You know, just to raise awareness to how real it is.
They're bawling. They're both just crouched in the fetal position in the video, and these girls, one of the girls is shoving her head into the ground and stomping her head, kicking her in the head. What did you think when you saw this?
When I finally saw the video, all I could do was cry. And at that point, my oldest daughter told me, she said, "Mom, why did you even come to help me? My life doesn't matter." And that's what made me realize how much that all this has broke her down. And I said, "Your life does matter. You are important. You know, you're beautiful." And I just had to lay there with her head in my lap that night and rub her head until she fell asleep because, I mean, and then after she went to sleep, I just paced the floor for hours because I was so upset and mad. I can't even explain how I felt.
Honestly, I can barely explain how that I'm feeling while I'm sitting here watching this happen over and over again. I hope that you will use caution as far as letting your daughter watch this newscast since I have to show this video. But I also hope that you'll tell her that when you're a victim in life and you go through something bad, it gives you something. It gives you a certain knowledge of the world, so to speak. And I hope that you will share with her that we're all thinking about her, and we know that this is as terrible as it feels now. We know she's going to be someone great because of the trouble that she's had to go through to get there.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for your time, Candace. Is there anything you'd like to say to the mother, by the way, before we finish our chat here, or perhaps to the children who did this? I'm sure they're going to watch this video. You know, they were posting it online, laughing, giggling, thinking it was cool and bragging. Would you like to tell them anything?
All I can say right now is that I know justice will be served. It's in the process. It's not funny. And if the tables were turned, it wouldn't be funny. And if they knew the feeling that my daughters feel right now, nothing would be a laughing matter. And to the mother, I mean, this could have been avoided, and she knows it could have been avoided.
You did contact juvenile authorities?
Yes, sir, I did.
Okay, and filed a report. I hope you'll let us know what happens with the case. We want to follow this, and we hope that justice is served. Something needs to be done about this, and we hope juvenile authorities will take quick action. Please let us know, okay?
Yes, sir, and I'm also contacting Crimes Against Children for my 11-year-old. Since she's so young, there is also something that can be done through them, so I'm also contacting them as well.
How old are these two girls that attacked? Do you know?
I believe they're 14.
Okay, gotcha. Candace Porter on the line, the mother of the two children who were attacked in the video. A terrible week for you. We thank you for taking a couple of moments to talk to us.
Yes, sir, thank you.
I noticed a few people in chat had actually tagged the mother of this young girl who was the aggressor in the attack. Hopefully the mother sees the video and maybe this time decides to do what's right, because she didn't do it the first time. In fact, get this. We're looking at an actual video. I'm sorry, you're looking at the actual post of the girl bragging about the video. That's the aggressor that is bragging about the video. She had set her phone to record the entire assault in progress with the intention of posting it on Facebook later because she thought it was going to look cool to all of her friends. Yeah, bullying is cool to some kids. And apparently to some parents, too, who are in chat today, like Cassie Nickel, who says that I know, she said that none of those kids are innocent. I can promise you that. Victim blaming. Welcome to victim blaming. Well, I can promise you this. If two kids are seen getting attacked in a video and nothing in the video shows them doing anything except bawling, trying to get away and stopping it, and one kid that's 11 gets pie-faced into the ground while the other kid gets her head stomped into the ground, then guess what? It's not equal guilt on all parties. And a kid went home, probably nearly suicidal because of this incident, who said that she didn't feel like she was worth her own mother helping. So if you don't have compassion at that point, you don't deserve to have kids. And you shouldn't be offering your opinion because you offer nothing to the community by sharing said opinion. The fact is, this is horrible. And even if you think before the video started, the exact 180-degree opposite happened to the other kids, that still is not an excuse for it to happen again once the video started, and I guarantee you that's not what happened at all. Because, once again, what you saw in the video was not retaliation for something. What you saw in the video was an attempt to be cute. This is what you saw in the video. It was an attempt to play. It was funny. It was fun and games, but it's not. This is why kids kill themselves, folks. Don't you understand it? This is why little kids say, I don't want to go to school anymore. I don't want to learn anymore. I don't want to live anymore. Because somebody decides to justify, oh, my kid can't do anything wrong. Yeah? Well, guess what? You just saw it happening, and so did about 300 people live, and who knows how many others. So maybe that's something to think about. Here's something else to consider. I talked to Jonesboro Police Department, and I asked them what happened. I asked them, what am I seeing in this video? I talked to John Shipman, because a lot of y'all tag John Shipman in these videos when it comes up, and, well, he's out there working all the time and doing his best. And just the thing that he mentioned publicly, and the one thing I will attribute that he said, is that this is a juvenile case, and it's something that the juvenile authorities have to take care of. Because it is not on school grounds. It's not a school case. A lot of people saying it should be reported to the school. It's not something they can deal with because it's not on their property. It's something that juvenile authorities must address. And it's something that a report has been made on. And they likely will address this. The police that I spoke to, not just the officer I just mentioned, but others, they couldn't believe this. This was difficult for them to watch, and they said something should be done. Yeah. What you're seeing, though, is there's no excusing this. Look, the fetal position. 2 kids in the fetal position. And you're saying they're wrong, too. No, that's not how it works. Especially when the video ends with the aggressor doing this. Waving at the camera that she recorded. She set the camera to record. And then she waves at it because it's fun. She beat somebody up on camera. She's called this girl names and now, well, she stuck her face in the ground. Because that's what she says happened to her 2-year-old nephew. Or brother. Now, the first thing I said to myself when I heard this allegation about a 2-year-old supposedly having grass and dirt in his mouth, I thought, did they set him on the ground and he was crawling and get some in there and then somebody freaked out? Who knows? I don't know what happened there. What I know is what happened in this video. That. Kicked in the face while she's down crying. Another girl, her sister, runs over to try to help her, and what happens to her? Watch. And tell me if that's not bullying. Slapped in the back of the head. Shoved into the ground. Aggressively. This girl has psychological problems. This girl has serious issues with her mental health. Because instead of seeing herself doing that and thinking to herself, I'm a monster, this is what she thought. I have no regrets to what I did. They came over here starting stuff with me. I am not a bully. Okay. You know, I remember one time a politician said, I am not a crook. I don't know if you remember that or not in history class, but he actually ended up being a crook. Just because you say you're not something, I'm not a bully, I didn't collude, I'm not a bad person, doesn't mean it's true. It just means you want it to be. And it just means you know that the alternative is wrong, morally. I don't just go around bullying people. Little girl put my 2-year-old brother head to the ground and put grass and dirt in his mouth, and so I did the same thing to her too. And then, further justification includes they constantly called her phone. Also added her to group chats. What? How does that have anything to do with this? That makes no sense. And yet, that's justification. for this. Tough to say. So nonetheless, I appreciate everybody that's joined us, that's liking and sharing this, because it's something that is further than just this one incident. It's about children and getting bullied, and how, for some reason, parents can find a way to justify this. If your kid can tell you something that makes this okay, they're going to, because they're smart and it shouldn't work. The excuse should never be there. There's no excuse for this. A lot of victim blaming. It's really tragic. Victim blaming makes victims feel terrified to come forward because they know they're going to be blamed for speaking up for being the victim. And those comments, they don't come from well-informed people. They come from people that say, I have an emotion. I'm going to make my fingertips move on the keys. They don't put any thought into this. They don't actually empathize with what these people are going through. They just talk. They just speak. But it's time to speak up. And hopefully something will be done about this tragic case in Jonesboro that took place earlier this week.
Fuck, so what? Now what, bitch? I bet y'all won't call him up the phone no more. Dumbass bitch.
How you feel? How you feel?
Feel dumb?
It's great.
Don't do that.
Saying that dumbass bitch. She said,
Bet
eat
y'all
the
won't call
grass.
him no more.
Eat the grass.
Hit me in my motherfucking nose, bitch. I hit you in your face.
Okay, bitch.
You made me fucking mad.
Okay.
Get up.
She
I
bleeding.
do what I have to do.
Bye-bye.
One of the big questions is always, what's my weekend going to look like? Am I going to be able to go outside, or am I going to have to stay indoors? Well, we've got that answer for you. And it's not looking like a load of precipitation is on the way for the weekend, but we'll check it anyway next in your New Wave Wireless forecast.
Family Medical Clinic of Walnut Ridge and Bono are your neighborhood healthcare providers, and we're now accepting new patients. We know you have a tight schedule, so we're here 6 days a week at both locations from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. Walk-ins are welcome. In Walnut Ridge, stop by 1045 West Main Street or call us to make an appointment, 886-8300. In Bono, we're on Highway 63 North or call 930-9990. Walnut Ridge Family Medical Clinic and Bono Family Medical Clinic, here for you when you need us.
Time for us to look at your New Wave Wireless forecast. Home of the $49 iPhone screen repair. Glad to have you in with us as we approach a weekend where we're probably not going to see a lot of rainfall, to be honest with you. But there is a chance that you might see just a bit on Labor Day. Let's tell you what the forecast looks like right now, thanks to our friends at New Wave. 50% chance for thunderstorms for this afternoon, with a high hitting around 86, a little bit cooler today. Down to 70, though, tonight. Mostly cloudy, and no showers expected this evening. You do have a teeny chance for a few showers tomorrow, but it should be a partly sunny day with a high around 89. Saturday, mostly sunny, a high near 90. And Sunday, you might see a pop-up shower in the afternoon, but it should be a mostly sunny day with a high around 89. Your Labor Day looking to be a high around 91, mostly sunny skies, and there is a 20% chance of afternoon showers popping up. Really, that shows up in every forecast day for next week, but chances are it's just going to be a mostly sunny day, and hopefully you're going to enjoy your Labor Day. It's about 85 degrees in Jonesboro right now. Some thunder banging outside. Don't know if you guys are able to pick that up or not over the microphone here, but the winds at the place across NEA, it looks like, as a matter of fact, looks like around 45 to 50 miles per hour in some spots. These storms popping up in Jonesboro. I know a lot of folks are wanting to get back to watching that crazy case that we reported on, and you'll be able to watch the video on demand and go back to the beginning of it as soon as we finish our live broadcast, which is in about 1 minute from now. Thank you all for being with us here today. Don't forget, though, if severe weather does break out, that's when NEA Report will break in. We got your back covered on severe weather. That'll do it for us tonight on NEA Report. Thank you so very much for joining us. We really appreciate it. You can like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, subscribe on YouTube. We're at all those platforms, and we upload unique content to each one. So sometimes you'll see stuff on one that you might not see on another. We're also doing some stuff on Patreon, too. I've got some plans for our fans once that builds up a little bit more. And I have a special show I've been kind of producing, so to speak, on the back end for that that's going to be ready soon enough. That'll all come to your way when it does. I'm Stan Morris, and you're up to date on NEA Report. Thanks, everybody, for joining us.